Welcome back, team. This is the Good Times Club. Super stoked to be here. We are now on episode 6. Thanks to everyone who's been tuning in so far. We really, really appreciate the journey. We appreciate you guys supporting us, listening, tuning in, and, you know, just overall having a good time. It truly does mean a lot. So before we kick things off, I'm going to play that little intro for you. Such a good tune. Favorite tune. Here we go. Roll the intro.
Good time. I know there's gonna be
work every day till we meet ends. I fi turn it up on the weekends. Bust a toast to your real friend. Tell me why you're drinking,
I know there's gonna be good
Keep running about the money.
Beauty of an intro there. How good. Okay, anyway, let's get into it. So what's been happening? Just going to double check back on our last couple of episodes of what we've done. So we had EP 4, the Future for Good Times Club. Obviously talking a little bit about what's happening, what's coming up, what we really want to do and build a whole community around this this Good Times thing. We had EP 3 before that with Captain Lawrence, overcoming mental battles and finding your purpose. That is honestly one of my most favorite podcasts I've recorded, because obviously I did have a few before this one, but yeah, love that episode with him, talking about some real in-depth chats there, different emotions we all go through. Had EP 2 before that. That was with Eden Bates, who's a fitness coach and an athlete as well. She's currently in prep at the moment for a bikini comp, so had a little catch up with her over the phone the other day, see how she's going. Love that episode. And then obviously EP 1, which was recorded pre-Good Times Club, when it was Better Sunday Club. That was last year with Jack, where we recorded that one. And it kind of kicked and sparked off this whole journey that we're now on. So here we are, episode 6. And today we're going to be talking about the Good Times Project. So this little wee baby here, I've been contemplating doing for a really long time now. Sorry, bear in mind, a train's just going past the office right now. But yeah, I've been wanting to do this one for a little while now. And the Good Times Project is a collaboration between 138 and Good Times Club. And in essence, this whole project is about creating better habits, creating a better lifestyle, and putting yourself in some uncomfortable situations that are going to make you feel a lot more comfortable, a lot more valid in your reasoning to why you're doing certain things, and just overall helping us have a better understanding around life. So yeah, kicking it off with the Good Times Project, it is a 30-day challenge. You can start whenever you want. So that we didn't put any set time around this. Obviously, we probably would have had a bit more interest if we did. But bear in mind, we don't really just want to force people into doing this. Like, as we all know, this is what a project is. So you can't just kind of shove this on everyone and be like, hey, look, you're starting tomorrow, doing it for 30 days, you're going to get it done, yada, yada, yada. I mean, that would definitely work. But in my own opinion, I want people to ease into this and to build those little habits and stack them upon what they're already doing and try build into this to make a better and comfortable environment for them. I mean, I myself, I've tried to start stuff before and I've failed miserably, but I've learned from it. And I think that's the beauty around it. And this is what the Good Times Project is aiming to do as well. Obviously, if you fail, you restart again. But if you don't start, you're still learning. You're still considering doing this whole project. So ideally, what it is, there are 7 different tasks that you must do each day. I shouldn't really say tasks. I should say 7 habits, because this is what we're trying to build. We're trying to build better habits around this. We're trying to build up a lifestyle, make ourselves better. We are the project ourselves. We're working on this, okay? So for number 1, we want to wake up before 8 a.m. Not super early, not super late. It's just kind of a good median, you know. We understand that some people have their own businesses. Some people work super late. Some people study super late. However, it is an early enough time to get up and get into your day and be able to create tasks and habits that you're really going to be able to move forward with. Got our second one here, which is drinking 1.5 liters of water minimum. I myself struggle with drinking water. I could go a whole day without a drop, without a lick of anything, and I'm fine. Like I wouldn't struggle. So I guess 1.5 liters came about. You know, there's some challenges and they're like drink a gallon, which obviously, okay, like, yeah, it's not bad for you, but a 1.5 liter bottle isn't hard to obtain. Even a little normal drink bottle, you whack out 1.5, 2 of those a day, you're sorted, okay? It's not a lot to think about. It's only a little amount, and it's manageable because this is about building the habits. We don't want to force ourselves into doing something when we're not uncomfortable and where we feel like we're under too much pressure. Obviously, we want to be under a little bit of pressure, okay? Want to create that better environment for us. But 1.5 liters of water, it's not hard to obtain. It's quite manageable, and it's a nice little way to ease into it. Number 3 on our list is no alcohol or unhealthy takeaways, okay? I think no alcohol for a month is hugely beneficial to our body and how we operate physically and mentally, right? I probably went 4-5 months last year without a drop of alcohol. That was due to my mental health, and I really trialed this. So obviously some of you guys might be saying, hey, look, this is really hard. I might be in the 21st season right now. Friends are having parties. I've got lots of different events coming up. I can't go without alcohol. When in reality, it's actually super easy to go without it, you know. Pick the keys up for a night, sober drive, even, you know, just go along and have a good time. You can drink something else if you want. You can drink water. You can drink fizzy or whatever. Obviously, we want to try limit our sugar intake with this unhealthy takeaways as well around it and kind of get into eating a lot better. But yeah, no alcohol is super beneficial for us. So if you can, that's number 3, no alcohol or unhealthy takeaways for the 30 days. 30 days isn't long. It's easy as to go without it. You will thank yourself. You will notice the change. I must admit, whatever it was, 5-6 months I went without alcohol, my mind was so fresh. Obviously, you know, like was battling a bit and decided not to drink it for an obvious reason because it was letting me down. But this is a main trigger. Like when we look at our mental health and look at the different things surrounding us and what's bringing us up or what's bringing us down, alcohol can be a massive contribution to this. So, I mean, you know, it's entirely up to you whether you take on this 30 days or not. But I think that no alcohol and unhealthy takeaways is going to be a huge benefit. Picking up some better habits with food. You know, you can still eat out if you want, if that's the thing. You can still get Uber Eats. There's way healthier options on there as well. Just, you know, scroll through, look through. Even come up with stuff to cook. Like, it's actually not hard to eat a well-balanced, healthy diet. Just put in a little bit more effort, regulate what you're eating and drinking a lot better, and kind of go forward from there, okay? Sorry. Step by step, little baby steps, build up to it. Get those habits going. Number 4 is dedicating 45 minutes to learning a new skill. So this is without any distractions at all. This is just a time where you want to be on your own, fully focus and your attention on something 100% for that 45 minutes, okay? So for me, I think I've been trialing this at the moment and I've found podcasts a really good thing to do. The distance that I have to travel at the moment to come over to the office here in the Mount from home back at Rotorua is about 45, 55 minutes, okay? That time for me works. You can work this around your lifestyle and it's super easy. 45 minutes. I whack on a podcast. Obviously, this is around business, self-help. You know, I'm learning something. I'm listening to a podcast that's teaching me something. I won't go on my phone for that whole time. Obviously, I'm driving. I shouldn't be on my phone anyway. And yes, I admit I do it all the time. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, 45 minutes, no distractions at all. You can whack on a potty if you're studying. Use this time, dedicate it to studying. You'll be surprised in how little of time in that 45 minutes, how much you can achieve with 0 distractions. Our brains can't comprehend when multiple things are going on, okay? So say, for example, if we are on on say I'm on my computer like right now, okay? I'm reading this list. I'm going through it. If I have notifications coming up, my full attention isn't on this anymore in this podcast, okay? It takes me a certain amount of time to regain my full focus again. So say I'm 100% focused on this podcast. So you're 100% focused on your 45 minutes that you're learning at school. If you go on your phone, someone messages you, pretty much studies have shown that you are better off going and smoking weed and then going back to your task because your brain is more focused still from going and doing those drugs than it is from your phone or from something else distracting you in between, because our brain can't regain that 100% focus. So what we want to do in this time, dedicate that full 45 minutes to learning a new skill. As I said before, if you're studying, perfect. Dedicate that full time to it. Or there is another step on here, which is reading. So reading 10 pages a day. If reading isn't your strong point, work that 10 pages into the 45 minutes that you need to learn something, okay? You can double up, same. Like if you can't read that well, or if you do struggle to read, that's no problem at all. But try work it into learning that new skill. Build up those habits. Make that environment a little bit more uncomfortable for you to regain that comfortability and to grow, okay? We've got number 5 on here, which is exercising for 1 hour a day. Obviously, exercise is hugely beneficial to our mental health and our physical health, all right? We release a certain amount of endorphins when we go through this, all right? Obviously, very uplifting. I do love a good sweat sesh. So, sweat out the bad stuff. If I'm feeling bad, go to the gym, get it out, replenish my body, okay? I truly believe that exercising for that 1 hour a day is going to be hugely beneficial for you. And, some might say, oh my gosh, 1 hour, it's such a long time. 60 minutes is such a short space of time. We could go and sit on our phones for 60 minutes. Super, super easy. Not complain at all. Go watch Netflix. Go watch a show for an hour, all right? Go to the movies for an hour. So you can't tell me that an hour of exercising a day isn't hard, all right? It's hard. Sorry, I mucked that one up. Because it's not. It's going to be super, super easy. You just have to dedicate a little bit more doing it, okay? It doesn't have to be hard exercise. You can go to the gym if this is your thing. By all means, work it into that time. If you want to chill a little bit more and you just want to get used to building up, working that cardiovascular system, go for a little walk, okay? Super easy. Go around the block. If it's raining, you could even do some stuff at home. You can stretch for an hour. Stretching is super, super good. Release some tension in your body. Get the blood flow moving. It's going to be really beneficial for you. So an hour a day of exercise, perfect. Working into this full routine under the Good Times Project, okay? Number 6, obviously, as I spoke about before, reading 10 pages a day. We want to make this non-fiction, all right? So non-fiction, obviously, grab some books where you're going to learn something. We're all about growing here. You'll find that when you start going through this, you're going to be learning a lot more. You're going to be taking in more information into your brain, okay? Wow, I say okay a lot. I just realized that. This is so off topic, but I just noticed that I've probably said it like 20 million times in this podcast. So I apologize for that. But yeah, work those 10 pages in. Non-fiction. If you do need some books recommended, I'd highly recommend Atomic Habits. So this is sort of what this project is based off. We're habit stacking on a lot of these. Atomic Habits is a great book. Another one, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, is a really, really, really good book. What else are we on at the moment? The Happiness Trap. All of these, mental health related. They'll really uplift your mood. They'll help you understand from a psychological point of view as well why your mind is doing certain things and why it operates in certain ways. I'm just trying to think of some more books that will be real good for us to go through. I guess, yeah, those 3 for now are pretty good. So, yeah, 10 pages a day, not too hard. You can do 5 in the morning, 5 at night if that's your thing. Read through them throughout the day. If you can, though, you do want to get a paper copy. I know some people read off their phone or read like ebooks and stuff like that. I mean, most challenges will say you have to read a physical book, but we understand that not everyone will have access to that, and sometimes it is easier just to get it off your phone. But make sure if you are reading off your phone or tablet, iPad, something similar, that there's no distractions at all throughout that time, okay? Chuck on airplane mode or do not disturb when you're going to read through that, so that your attention is 100% on that book or whatever you're reading. Number 7 on our list is journaling. So you're going to journal each day. This is something that I've been implementing, and it has been hugely beneficial for me. So I've had friends that have recommended doing this for quite a while now. Didn't really think about it too much and didn't really go forward with it. But journaling has been so great. It helps your mind declutter and also helps you kind of relax and go through different things you might be feeling, and just puts it out on paper for you to actually read and to go through and understand. So I guess there's 3 sections to this journaling, right? You've got your first one, which is something you're certain about. This is off Jay Shetty's framework. If you know him, he actually has a really good book as well. Think Like a Monk. He also has a really good podcast called On Purpose. Highly recommend listening to those. But he goes through something. So when we journal, we want to write down something we're certain about. Okay, so this could be a positive or a negative thing. It actually doesn't matter at all, because in hindsight, this is all going to be positive in the end when we think about it. So, for example, today, if I was to journal, I might put that I sense certainty in amongst my actions towards wanting to be more consistent to podcast, to build a better community, and to encourage more people into building a better lifestyle and understanding their emotions. Right, this is something that I'm trying to do with this podcast. Our second one under journaling would be uncertain. So something you're certain of, something you're uncertain of. So uncertain. I sense uncertainty in my actions towards staying up too late and not getting myself enough sleep and time to recover. Therefore, my body is becoming more tense, my emotions are becoming more jumbled, and I can't think with a more clear and conscious mind. So for me, that would be something that I'm uncertain of, because obviously I'm doing it, but I'm not aware that I am doing it properly. So I'm uncertain into why I'm not stopping that. And what you'll tend to find is that you'll pick up on the habits that you're talking about, all right? After a few days, you'll be like, wow, these are actually so clear to me now. You'll figure it out. It's like a little calculation almost, but the equation is just getting solved as you go along. And it makes it really easy for you to understand these different things. The third little topic in there is something that you've learned. And I think this is really beneficial for us because it helps us comprehend the information that we're taking in. So you've got certain, uncertain, and then what you've learned. So for example, for this, I would put, I understand that my emotions might not always be perfect. Sometimes they are up and down, but I actively engage in my ways that I act and the ways that I respond to certain things so that I can pick up on the habits better. And therefore, I allow myself to be more calm and have a better response in those situations. These are just my examples, and these aren't bullshit. This is true. This is what's on my mind right now. But this is just an example for you to kind of go through and talk about. All right, so we'll kind of go into them in detail a little bit better. So obviously the first one, wake up before 8 a.m. You want to try and maintain 7 hours of sleep daily with a consistent routine. Work this around your lifestyle, okay? Not too hard. Should be fairly easy. Kind of recapping through these real quick. We've got drink 1.5 litres of water minimum. It's just reading them off my computer right now. So you want to aim to hydrate yourself every hour or so. This isn't a huge amount of time, but it's a start to keeping yourself hydrated. Obviously, what I was saying before, you can always get yourself a 1.5 litre bottle and aim to finish that daily. Next one, you've got no alcohol or unhealthy takeaways. So try to limit your needs for unhealthy foods and establish habits with foods that are better for the body. We spoke about this hugely before, so don't need to go too in depth on that one. Dedicating 45 minutes to learning a new skill. Like I was saying before, use this time to dedicate yourself to learning something new with no distractions. This can be online, in person, or from YouTube, etc. If you're studying, use this time to do it. Become crafty with this and work it around your needs to benefit you. On to another one now. We've got exercising for 1 hour a day. Like I was saying before, you can do this by going for a walk, to the gym, stretching, etc. Keep it simple and attractive to you. Obviously, here, consistency is key. Okay, keep that one up. Reading 10 pages a day. Don't need to touch too much on that one. Just non-fiction. Key here is to opening the mind and learning something new. There's a wee spelling mistake in there. I didn't see that. So learning something new and getting better at taking in new information and learning to focus. If reading isn't your thing, use this time and work it into your 45 minutes of learning something new. Obviously, like we were discussing before, you can use that time. So habit stack them, do the two together. And journaling each day, which you went through quite in depth. So yeah, that in essence is pretty much the Good Times project. You might have already seen it on social media, what we've put up, and I just noticed that there is a spelling mistake in here, which I obviously didn't check properly. But yeah, that's no biggie there anyway. So that's the challenge. Runs for 30 days. You've got 7 tasks or 7 habits to establish over each day that you really want to maintain and try to keep up. So the whole idea of why we wanted to start this project was to build a community and to build a better lifestyle for people and to get everyone involved. Obviously, we want to run like events where we can have get-togethers in the morning. We could potentially be walking up the mount, go for like coffee mornings, chills on the beach. We could just like chat about stuff in general. It's really just about building a better lifestyle for people and to help them understand that through these different mental health journeys that we have or personal journeys that we have, no one is above or below anyone else. We're kind of all equal, all right? We all go through the same shit in life, but some of us just might deal with it differently. So by building this community and bringing it together, it's almost showing that we are all on the same level and we can all be a part of the same journey together. We're all here to uplift each other and to make ourselves better and move forward at a better rate. I think a lot of this stem from actions that had happened towards me and actions that I had done myself, where I wanted to establish a better lifestyle. And I really struggled because, like I've mentioned before, during that mental health journey, a lot of people say, speak up. But it's the whole actions around that after where everyone's like, well, I've spoken up, but where's the support now? People don't know how to help or are a bit hesitant to respond in a way that is actually suitable for us to maintain. So I feel like with this project, this is what we want to do. And if you are struggling, that's fine. It's completely normal. Okay. You shouldn't have to feel ashamed of it. And by doing this project, we want you to come on board where we can just all uplift each other, get involved, and, just live for the good times and introduce you to better times, to good times that you can now have and work with. But yeah, I think that's pretty much most of the Good Times project anyway, what we wanted to chat about. So we look forward to kind of rolling this out over the next few months. Obviously, trying to get people to start within the next few weeks would be ideal. We have launched it already. There's been a few people that have jumped on board, so we're jumping on board at the moment, which is super cool. If you do jump on, tag us. You can, make little edits of your day if you want, like vlog your day. We can chuck it up if you share it with us. which would be really, really cool to kind of show people what you're doing and, yeah, just bettering yourself in general. So that was episode 6. Probably going to wrap up now. Don't really have too much more to yarn about. Was meant to be going up to Auckland today to film and record an episode with the legends that Better Than Before. But yeah, it didn't end up going up. I had a bit of a flu, so decided to stay back and, yeah, just get better. I don't really want to spread my germs around too much. But hopefully that is going to be our next episode. If not, there's a few other people in the pipelines that we are getting on board. Obviously, today, you know, here at 138, kind of like sussed out the potty setup. Pretty happy with it now. It feels a lot more comfortable to record in. We had like a real bad buzzing noise in the audio. So if you had listened to a few of the previous podcasts, you might have noticed it, and it was super, super, super annoying. But we finally figured it out. So hopefully from now on, the eps are clean. We won't have any more of that annoying noise. And yeah, I'm just super appreciative of everyone coming on board. You know, we are still quite small, but I think I've had a few people reach out, and it's cool to see even just one person impacted by this journey. And, you know, like, it's all going to compound from there. So I think by doing this and helping people makes me really happy. And with this whole project, like, I feel like I really want that to reciprocate through everyone as well, and that message to be passed on. Yeah, that's just a little bit like touching on it. But yeah, I think that's it. Episode 6. Bit of a yarn about the Good Times project. So sorry if I sound a little bit awkward. I'm on my own, so I'm trying to think about stuff as I talk. Still getting used to the whole podcasting vibe, but all in all, happy, having a good time, can't complain. So yeah, we'll catch you guys later, and we will see you on episode 7 next week at Thursday, 6 p.m. Thanks for tuning in, and now we'll cut back to the tune because this tune is hissing. This is Good Times Club. We'll catch you later.
Good time. I know there's gonna be
Work every day till we meet ends. I fit turn it up on the weekends. Boss a toast to your real friend. Tell me why you're drinking,